So in the yesterday's lecture, we have already studied about what are the meaning of okay, um, dextro-rotatory and labio-rotatory, okay, which is called which are called as optical isomerism, okay. And as per the Louis Pasteur, okay, it was a French scientist. So this Louis Pasteur first recognized that optical activity which is associated with a certain type of three-dimensional structure of molecule, and he referred and he has given the name as the enantiomers. Okay, so these enantiomers which will have hmm, the clockwise rotation or anti-clockwise rotation, okay, with the plane polarized, we can say plane of a polarization, when it rotates the plane of a polarization. Okay, so it may be a dextro rotatory kind or it may be a labio rotatory kind. Okay, dextro rotatory, which is a clockwise rotation, right hand side. Okay, and the labio rotatory, in which there is a anti-clockwise rotation, which is also called as a left hand side rotation. Okay, so that is referred by Louis Pasteur as an enantiomers. Okay, one name which is given, that is enantiomers. So today we'll discuss about what are the enantiomers. Okay, so this optical isomers, okay, which are non-superimposable. Yesterday we have seen, okay, non-superimposable, which is not identical. Okay, when you will try to overlap these structure, okay, although their molecular formula, okay, may be same, but when you will try to overlap it, it will not be identical. Okay, so the optical isomers which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other are called as a enantiomer. So yesterday we have already discussed about this. Okay, so these are the optical isomers. Okay, these are optical isomers which are non-superimposable, superimposable, non-superimposable, which will not, after getting overlap of these two structures, okay, which will not be identical, called as non-superimposable mirror images. Okay, non-superimposable mirror images of each other, mirror images of each other, and that are called as enantiomers. Okay, another name for these enantiomers is also called as enantiomorphs. Okay, enantiomorphs, morphs. Okay, enantiomorphs, or it is also called as optical antipodes. It is also called as optical antipodes. It is also called as optical antipodes. So, certain these nomenclatures is being given to these enantiomers, okay, which is nothing but the labiorotatory kind, or it may be a dextrorotatory kind of, okay, isomers. So enantiomorphs as well as optical antipodes or enantiomers. Okay, the meaning is same. So if we take example, okay, yesterday we have seen the example that 2-chlorobutane, okay, for 2-chlorobutane. If we take the example of this 2-chlorobutane, okay, which exists as a pair of enantiomers. Yesterday we have seen this, okay, 2-chlorobutane. You can refer the yesterday's video, okay. So that is part 1 and part 2 for optical isomers, where you will observe that these 2-chlorobutane we have seen, we have drawn already the structure. Okay, so wedge formula we have drawn, and we have seen that there is no overlapping by its mirror image. Okay, इसका जब mirror image लेते हैं हम लोग इस structure का, so it is not getting overlap. Okay, means it is non superimposable. Okay, so enantiomers have identical physical property. Okay, so now we'll discuss about this enantiomers. Okay, these will have identical physical property. Okay, these will have identical physical property. So if we take the mirror image of this 2-chlorobutane, okay, if we take the mirror image of this 2-chlorobutane, their physical properties, if we talk about, it will be identical, it will be same. Okay, physical points such as we know that melting point हुआ या फिर boiling point हुआ. Okay, the may be various physical, it may be densities. Okay, it may be their boiling point, it may be their refractive index. Okay, it may be their refractive index. Okay, so various physical properties like melting point, boiling point, density, refractive index of these um, enantiomers, okay, will have identical physical properties. Okay, So except the sign of optical rotation, except what? Except sign of rotation. Okay, what is that sign of rotation? We know, okay, which is represented by the d minus, okay, or l minus, or this plus or minus जो हम लोग represent करते हैं. This will not change because the rotation is the fixed one. Okay, rotation उसका fixed रहेगा, but उसकी जो physical जो property है that will remain identical for these enantiomers of such kind of organic molecule. Okay, so the magnitude of their optical rotation is equal. Okay, magnitude, we know that magnitude of optical rotation. Okay, optical rotation which is calculated within an angle. बराबर है ना? कैसे calculate करते हैं? Angle से, which is measured with the help of angle. तो जो angle होगा plus और minus में for dextrorotatory and for labiorotatory respectively. Okay, so dextrorotatory के लिए जैसे plus होता है, okay, और labiorotatory के लिए minus होता है. Okay, so that rotation which is in a clockwise and anti-clockwise direction, it will be same. Okay, so the magnitude of optical rotation, magnitude जो रहेगा same रहेगा, एक plus में रहेगा एक minus में रहेगा, but magnitude will be remains same. So but the sign of optical rotation is opposite, just as I said. Okay, sign one will be positive and one will be the negative. Okay, this is the physical properties, and they have identical chemical properties. Okay, they will have identical chemical properties. They will have identical chemical properties. Okay, so if we talk about their physical and chemical properties, it will be same. Okay, in short, so they have identical chemical properties except towards optical active reagent. Okay, except towards optically active reagent, except towards optically. Okay, so yesterday we have seen optically active reagent, optically active reagent. So yesterday we have seen optically active and optically inactive. Okay, so their properties, chemical and physical properties will be identical. Okay, except the sign of rotation we know, and the magnitude also of optical rotation, their angle will be same, but with the opposite sign. Okay, with the opposite sign बोल सकते हैं हम लोग, या और प्लस एंड माइनस. बराबर है, प्लस एंड माइनस, these are the opposite sign for dextrorotatory and labiorotatory kind. Okay, so these are the properties and description about the enantiomers. Okay, so now an enantiomers mixture. So equimolar, if we talk about the equimolar mixture, okay, equimolar, if we mix equimolar, okay, equimolar mixture, if we take equimolar mixture of enantiomers. Okay, so yes, we'll discuss about this here. So now what is that? Equimolar mixture of enantiomers. If we take, one is a dextrorotatory kind and one is a labiorotatory. अगर इन दोनों को अगर मिक्स कर दिया जाए, कैसे? इक्विमोलार कॉन्सेंट्रेशन में. बराबर है, इक्विमोलार कॉन्सेंट्रेशन में अगर इसको मिक्स कर दिया जाए, इन दोनों भी इसको, ओके, कंपाउंड्स को, वन विच इज अ डेक्स्ट्रोरोटेटरी एंड अनदर वन विच इज अ लैबियोरोटेटरी, तो क्या हो सकता है? what will be the possibilities? They will cancel each other. बराबर है ना? क्योंकि इसका रोटेशन अलग है, इसका रोटेशन अलग है, मैग्नीट्यूड इज ऑल्सो सेम, बट डायरेक्शन अलग अलग है. So what will happen? They will cancel their effect. Okay, they will cancel their effect, and yes, so an equimolar mixture of enantiomers, it may be a dextrorotatory kind, okay, और दूसरा जो labiorotatory है, okay, so like this, one एक प्लस होता है और एक माइनस होता है. So this is called as a racemic modification. That is equimolar mixture of these enantiomers of this their dextrorotatory and labiorotatory, which is referred as, which is called as a racemic. Okay, which is called as a racemic modification, which is called as a racemic modification. Okay, or racemic mixture, or it is also called as a racemic mixture. So what is a racemic mixture or a racemic modification? If we are mixing dextrorotatory and labiorotatory kind of a compounds or enantiomers, okay, and what concentration? At equimolar mixture, then it will form a racemic modification, or that will be called as, that mixture will be called as a racemic mixture. Okay, so this racemic mixture or the racemic modification is optically inactive. What is that? This modification will be optically inactive. So why it will be optically inactive? So the reason being, ये ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव क्यों रहेगा? बिकॉज ये देखो, ये डेक्स्ट्रो रोटेटरी, ये क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन है, इसका एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन है, तो क्या हो जाएगा? दोनों भी कैंसिल कर देंगे. So they will cancel their effect. Okay, so because optical rotation due to molecules of one enantiomers is cancelled by equal and opposite optical rotation due to molecules of the other enantiomers. Okay, so in short, okay, they will cancel their effect, they will cancel their effect due to having opposite direction, क्योंकि उनकी जो डायरेक्शन है रोटेशन की वो क्या है? अपोजिट डायरेक्शन. Okay, so this is ड्यू टू दिस रीजन दिस रैसेमिक मॉडिफिकेशन या फिर रैसेमिक मिक्सचर ये क्या होगा? ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव होगा. Okay, so dextrorotatory and labiorotatory kind of compounds, when they mix in equimolar concentration, they will form racemic mixture, and this racemic mixture will be optically inactive due to they will cancel their effect. Okay, they will cancel their effect due to their rotational effect in opposite direction. Okay, so a racemic modification, okay, racemic modification which is, yes, designated by, okay, this will be designated by. Now what will happen, how it will be designated? Because there is a dextrorotatory kind and there is a labiorotatory kind, so in this way it is represented. Okay, because उसमें उस mixture में क्या है? दोनों भी rotations है. Okay, so one is a dextrorotatory and one is a labiorotatory, and that's why it is represented by either, yes, either by this dl symbol or by this plus and minus sign से उसको represent करते हैं. Okay, so this is all about the enantiomers which was postulated by this Louis Pasteur. Okay, so which is related with the optical isomerism. Okay, so and these are the properties of enantiomers which will have identical physical and chemical properties, only their rotation will be opposite. Okay, their angles will be same, and how their effect will get cancelled when they get mixed in a equimolar mixture. Okay, so this is all about enantiomers. Now we'll see the representation of a configuration of a molecule, how to represent. Okay, so this is some part of this we have already studied in 11th standard, so we'll see representation. So the next topic is about the representation of configuration of representation. How to represent it? Representation of configuration of molecule. Representation of configuration of molecule. How to represent this molecule now? Okay, so we have seen the representation by various in 11th standard organic compounds, their representation. Okay, by which formula? That may be direct Fisher formula. Okay, so that representation of configuration of molecule, very first is the Fisher projection formula. We have already studied this. Okay, how to represent it by this Fisher projection. Fisher projection, in which we represent the 3D structure. Okay, so this formula which gives us the representation of a three-dimensional molecule on a plain paper. प्लेन पेपर में उसको किस तरह से ड्रॉ करते हैं, so that we will understand where the direction of the particular bond length is going on, where the different atoms are located in this three-dimensional structure. Okay, so the Fisher projection formula which will represent a three-dimensional molecule, three-dimensional structure, how to represent that on a plain paper. Okay, so two representations are used to represent the configuration of a chiral carbon and the three-dimensional structure of optical isomers on plain paper. Okay, because a three-dimensional object, okay, three-dimensional structure, okay, 3D structure that we are representing on a paper. बराबर है, हम लोग उसको क्या कर रहे हैं, represent कर रहे हैं हम लोग, that we are representing on plain paper. बराबर है, plain paper which will be two dimensional only. Okay, plain paper पे तो हम लोग उसको represent कर रहे हैं. Okay, this is what called as a Fisher projection or maybe wedge formula. Okay, so yes, these are a wedge formula and Fisher projection formula. Okay, so we'll see what is the Fisher projection formula. Okay, so consider this you have already studied. Okay, in chapter 14, 11th standard. For that, you can also refer a video in from 11th standard. Okay, organic compound. Okay, chapter number 14. So now let us see this. Okay, the structure. Um, yes, we'll see the structure. Look at this structure. So this chiral carbon right now. Okay, this is a chiral carbon. Why this is a chiral carbon? Because it is attached with this. Okay, this is what called as a Fisher projection. Okay, this is a Fisher projection. Okay, so horizontal line and vertical line, and look at this. There will be a carbon. ये यहाँ पे लिखते नहीं है Fisher projection में हम लोग. Okay, वो carbon रहता है वहाँ पे present. बराबर है. One carbon which is right now attached with the 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups. Yesterday we have seen if that carbon is attached with the 4 different groups, that is called as a chiral carbon atom. Okay, so this is a chiral carbon. Okay, this is a chiral carbon which is attached with the 4 different groups. Okay, so this is a chiral carbon. Okay, this is a chiral carbon actually. Okay, and this is called as a Fisher projection. Okay, so this Fisher projection, how to understand this Fisher projection? Okay, so convention of this vertical and horizontal line. Now what this vertical line indicates, they are going away. बराबर है, they are going away. Okay, so yes, I will represent it on yes wedge formula से represent करता हूँ उसको मैं. चलो, so yes, suppose this is a yes carbon and this is yes wedge. Okay, dark wedge which will represent facing towards us. This is bromine, this is iodine, this is okay, this is hydrogen, and this is yes chlorine. Okay, so now look at this. Okay, so in Fisher projection you have already studied in 11th standard that horizontal line indicates that is facing towards us, which is coming out from the plane of paper towards the observer. Okay, and the vertical line which represent these atoms are located away from the observer or away from the plane of paper, inside the plane of this paper actually, and this is away from the paper. Okay, horizontal line. Okay, so this is the representation. Okay, this is the representation. So convention of vertical and horizontal lines. Okay, so this is bond above the plane. Okay, for your reference I will write once again. This is bond, these are the bonds above 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 the plane. Okay, so this is the plane, this is the flat plane, and this will represent the bond, these will represent the bonds below the plane, below the plane, so one can easily understand. Okay, so once one look at this once again, Fisher projection formula. We are right now discussing about representation of configuration of molecule, how to represent a molecule. Okay, that three-dimensional molecule we are representing, three-dimensional structure that is we are representing on a plain paper. Okay, so there are two methods actually. Okay, mostly use Fisher projection and the Fisher projection formula and the wedge formula. So this is about the Fisher formula, ये वाला Fisher formula. So what this Fisher formula represent? Vertical and horizontal line. ऐसे ही draw होता है Fisher projection. There are vertical and horizontal lines. So now intersection of this vertical and horizontal line will represent the carbon atom. So right now this carbon atom which is present over here will be a chiral carbon atom. Why this is a chiral carbon atom? Because right now it is attached with the 4 different 1, 2, 3, 4 bromine, hydrogen, iodine, and chlorine. These are the 4 different groups which are attached with this carbon. That's why it is a chiral carbon atom. Right now, in case of a Fisher projection, horizontal line represent these are the bonds which is facing towards us, ऑब्जर्वर की तरफ ये फेस कर रहा है, बराबर है, यानी ये जो बॉन्ड है ब्रोमीन और आयोडीन का ये आपके तरफ आ रहा है, ओके, और ये हाइड्रोजन एंड क्लोरीन which is a vertical line which will represent these are the bonds which are going away from the plane of paper, okay, below the plane of paper, below the plane of paper, away from the observer, and that is been represented by the Wedge formula actually for understanding, okay, because this convention or representation of Wedge formula we have already studied. So this is the bond which is representing these two, okay, which is with the dark, okay, which is we can say a solid wedge. This is solid wedge and these are the broken wedge actually, okay. So this is solid wedge will represent which is facing towards us, and these are the dash wedge which is facing away, okay, away from the observer. So this is the Fisher projection formula, okay, this is the Fisher projection formula. Now we'll see the wedge formula, okay, second one, that is the wedge formula for representation of configuration of molecule. Okay, so this representation actually part of this representation we have already studied in 11th standard. Okay, chapter number 14th, organic compound. Okay, so second Wedge formula. We'll see Wedge formula. So right now फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर चिरल कार्बन एटम अभी जो ड्रॉ किया था हम लोगों ने, जो राइट साइड में जो ड्रॉ किया था, एक्चुअली दैट इज द वेज फॉर्मूला ओनली, ओके. सो व्हेन अ टेट्राहेड्रल carbon is imagined to represent or to be present in the plane of paper, all the four bonds at this carbon, it cannot lie in the same plane, because right now in a three-dimensional structure it will not be, it will not lie on a same plane. Same plane में रहेंगे क्या ये? Same plane में नहीं रहेंगे. So the bonds in the plane of a paper are represented by a normal line. So in a Wedge formula, okay, so bonds in plane of paper, plane of paper, that will be represented by, that will be represented by normal line. This normal line in a Wedge formula will represent, these are the bond, these are the bonds in a plane of paper, उसी plane में है, okay, and the bonds in a plane of paper are represented by normal lines, and the bond projecting above the plane, okay, and the bonds projecting above the plane, above the plane of paper, plane of paper, represented by solid wedge, represented by, yes, represented by like this, there they will be represented by, represented by, these are the solid, yes, we can say solid wedge, okay, solid wedge like this, इसको बोलते हैं solid wedge. Okay, this is called as a solid wedge, and the bond projecting, yes, below the plane, okay, the below the below the plane of paper, okay, once again look at this, bond in a plane of paper, okay. So in Wedge formula अगर हमें जो भी बॉन्ड है अगर प्लेन पेपर पे ही शो करना है, that will be represented by a normal dash. If we want to represent any bond या फिर bond length which is above the plane of paper, above the plane of paper means consider this blackboard as a plane of paper, और ये हमारी तरफ फेस कर रहा है बॉन्ड, बराबर है, वो बॉन्ड हमारी तरफ आ रहा है, तो उसको कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे हम लोग? सॉलिड वेज से रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. किससे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे? सॉलिड वेज से. Okay, so solid wedge will represent that the bond is coming towards us. Okay, so with the help of example also we are going to see this. And the bond which is projecting below the plane of paper, यानी ये ब्लैक बोर्ड के अंदर उस साइड, दीवार के उस साइड अगर जा रहा है जो प्लेन bond, that will be represented by, yes, dashed wedge. Okay, that is represented by broken wedge. Okay, that is called as a, ये देखो broken wedge, this is called as a broken wedge. Okay, this is called as a broken wedge. Okay, broken wedge. So this is the way of representation. Okay, so yes, we will represent, right? Yes, this is a carbon, this is a plane of paper, fluorine attached, this is a wedge which with which the hydrogen is attached. ओके चलो देखते हैं इसको, डिस्कस करते हैं इसके बारे में. देन ये देखो ब्रोमीन, ये अटैच है, प्लेन ऑफ पेपर में ही है. और उसके बाद ये देखो डैश वेज से के साथ, यस लुक एट दिस राइट, लुक एट दिस स्ट्रक्चर, chiral carbon atom which is attached with 1 2 3 4, okay, group. Chlorine and bromine which is represented, which is present on a same plane, उसी plane पे है. ओके उसी प्लेन पे प्रेजेंट है. अभी हो क्या रहा है, ये हाइड्रोजन ये आपके तरफ आ रहा है. इफ यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग इट, दिस हाइड्रोजन ये जो बॉन्ड है ये आपके तरफ आ रहा है. ओके और ये जो आयोडीन है, ओके जो बॉन्ड है ये किधर जा रहा है, ब्लैक बोर्ड के उस साइड जा रहा है. ओके सो दैट इज व्हाट द वेज फॉर्मूला टू रिप्रेजेंट थ्री डायमेंशनल मॉलिक्यूल, okay, on a plane of paper by giving the dash notation, by giving solid wedge notation, by giving broken wedge notation. This is what a wedge formula. That's why it is called as a wedge formula, because they have used the wedge. One is a broken wedge and another one is a solid wedge. And a simple line which will represent that bond is present on a plane of paper. Okay. So this is representation. Okay, so you can see that the various structure, you can draw various structure. Okay, in this regard. So now let us discuss about the chemical properties. Okay, chemical properties of this. Okay, haloalkanes की chemical properties देखते हैं, how they are reacting. Okay, and their chemical properties that we will see. Yes,